Hey everybody, Mr. Skeds here, with a different form of video today. As most of you know, I'm a very large gamer fan. I love video games, Skyrim, Modern Warfare, Oblivion, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, Jak 3, I'll play Ratchet Clank every once in a while. I love all them games. But today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to draw something. I'm a huge artist. I wouldn't say, I love to draw. And, I'm going to be showing you how to draw an avatar character. I'm not talking like Blue People Navi, I'm talking like Avatar, like, kinda, you know, you get the point. But today, I'm going to be showing you how to draw Zuko. This is the guy with the scars, he's the, you know, I must regain my honor. My favorite character throughout the series, you can check on my YouTube. I have liked videos, music videos that somebody, like, it's incredible how people put these together. This is probably going to be put into like a two-part because it's too long to record on my iPod. And so a couple things you're going to need: 1, paper; 2, pencil; 3, eraser; and 4, something to write on. Now, let me start you off with the basics. What you're going to do is get a pencil with an eraser. Make sure it is sharpened precisely. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. And but you're gonna start off with a circle, just a basic old circle. And now, if you need help with a circle, because I'm horrible at just drawing circles, what you do is you draw one line. You want to try to make it as straight as possible, about like that. And then you're going to make another circle. I mean another line going through it about little over halfway. So you have about like a cross or a plus sign, like that. And then what you're going to do is, this is the easiest thing for me, I make a large C. Like that. And then I do the exact same thing on the other side. And now you have something that would resemble part of a head. Now this part you can leave like this. It doesn't need to be a circle, but you need to make sure it's very close to being even or parallel, whatever you want to call it, so that way you can get the head shape, rather than having like a pinhead like this, or you get really weird sometimes and it could come out like almost kind of like an ice cream cone shape, or what you want to, you know, like you want to look at it like a head, and you want to just envision a head right there. And once you're done with that, you're going to start the important parts. You're going to put a line right on the side of the C that you have drawn. You want to make sure that you can get it as close to straight as possible. If you don't have a ruler, that's fine. Neither do I at this moment. And make sure your line goes down. So you're going to have something like this. I'm going to show you step by step, like that. You're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And you want to make sure you get them nice and even. Just so that way they can meet. Now make sure you have your guidelines pretty even, because if your guidelines aren't even, it's just going to come out horrific. I can tell you from personal experience, if you do not have your guideline, which goes straight down the middle here and across, it's going to look terrible. You're going to have no guide, no reference to how to draw eyes, nose, mouth, chin, ears, hair, facial hair, neck. Now today I'm just going to be showing you how to draw the head, because once you get into the body, it is freaking insane to just try to draw the body. Just foot, leg, hand, waist. You know, it's a lot more difficult than that. And what you do is, you want to make sure that your line is as straight as possible. And you want to make sure if you mess up, that's okay, you have an eraser. And not to get flustered or worried about it. And once you get to the same point on your picture, that's where you draw your cross-reference. See? Like that. What you do is, you draw where that part C was. You draw a line going straight across. Like that. And when you're done with that, you want to make sure you can complete the rest of the head by just doing an arc motion. And I'm sure most of you are noticing my face is completely red. Yeah, I went out yesterday, and I am extremely pale-skinned. And I figured, while I'm drawing, I'll play you guys some music, so that way you're not just like, oh my god, this is so boring, speed it up. So I'll play you some Linkin Park. Turn the volume up for y'all. There you go. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can, that's awesome. And if you get your head messed up, like this, see, I did that on purpose for you guys, it's gonna be okay. Because the important thing is, you're gonna draw hair like this, or however you want to draw it. I'm back. Sorry about that. So eventually what you want to do is, once you get to this point, it's going to look a little uneven. And you want to make sure that that's okay. You're going to erase your lines eventually anyway. Now personally, what I like to start with, because it's important, so I'm going to pause the music. Most important part for me right now at this point is to get your facial expressions and facial features all trimmed out and whatnot. Because if it's not going to look right. Because, he's an angry guy, so obviously he's going to be like, And, you want to make sure that you can physically see that. So you want to set up the eyebrows. He only has one eyebrow because the other one got burnt off. And yes, I realize that you're going to say, oh, you pointed the wrong side of your face. No, my iPod is reversed. I'm sorry. So technically, for me, pointing to here is my left. Because my iPod has decided to reverse. So this is my left, this is my right. I'm sorry. And I'm sure eventually it'll switch it up because my iPod's retarded. Okay, so what you're going to do is, you want to make sure, because for me the big problem that I have when I draw characters is the chin. The chin always gets me. Like, I could draw one perfect chin, and the rest of it will look... And so now what I do is, to get that out of the way, I erase my guidelines. And you don't have to if you don't want to. If you're happy with your guidelines, then leave them. But for me, I don't really like guidelines to begin with. Like, at certain points I will, but at certain points they just get old. And now that you have this is the basic shape that you want. This is a basic shape of a head. Of course, you're thinking to yourself, what in God's name is that? That, my friend, is the beginning of magic working right there. And, now for me, personally, I start with the eyes, because for him, it's super easy. You know, he's like, see, my iPod switched up again, I saw it. It switched up right there. His left eye is like this. So you want to draw it smaller than the other one, and then when he has the scar, it's like that. And I'm just going to be showing you today the simple version with the hair, where it's down in his face. Because it's a lot easier to draw the hair going down in his face than, like, to draw the weird square on his head than the ponytail. And, so, once you have that, start out with the eyes. You can redraw your guidelines for me. I redraw them, even though they thoroughly piss me off. I'm going to make sure that you have about, I don't know, since they're the eyes, they say that if you were to lift your forehead up, they're about the middle. So now, if I made my drawing, this would be about, see right here, this is my forehead without, like, my hair. Or trying to, because I have widow's peak. But what you would do is you put them right in the middle, just boom, and they're right at the side of your ear. See? Start right at your ear, go to your eyebrows, to the other edge. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna draw two lines. And this is the super simple part. He kind of looks like he's wearing them. What's the guy from X-Men with the brim glasses? Whatever his name is. But this is what you want to do. It kind of almost resembles that guy's face, and kind of resembles like a weird fat pencil. So that's what you're going to do. You have that. And I'll start the music back up for you guys, because I'm sure you guys might enjoy the music. Okay, so here's what you're going to have. I drew the eyebrow on the other side for me because it's easier. And that's what you're going to have. The eye, make sure what you do. This is the easiest part for me. What you do is you draw like a, what is the word I describe it as? But, it's hard to explain, but basically make like a small, like you were drawing an almond. And you want to make it like, I don't know what the shape's called, but just kind of like a weird oval, I guess, but not like a full fat oval, because then it's gonna look too cartoonish. But keep it like just kind of base it off your own eye, I guess, would be decent to say. You see, because people's eyes are like that, and like if you zoom in on your eye, you see it's like that. It's not like a full oval. And, so, yeah, and with that, you know, it takes a lot of time and practice and effort. And when you get it, it feels so good. and the